Hello, Combat, and welcome back to another Marvel's Not video. In this video, we're going to be looking at 10 decks of the week. These are decks that hit Infinite in the first week or are performing pretty well. So they're taken from a wide range of places like Twitter, Untapped GG, Discord, stuff like that. So we'll look at them, and then we'll talk about the 2 new cards this week. Was there a patch? I can't remember. Oh, there was the Omega Red patch, wasn't there? Sorry, I took a couple of days break from Snap, so I'm trying to catch up. Anyways, let's get into the deck, shall we? So, first deck is a Darkhawk Leech deck. So everyone knows how to play Darkhawk. We've got Leech in here to stop some turn 6 stuff like stopping Alliance or Hellas, you know, stuff like that. Stop the big turn 6 plays, and the rest is kind of straightforward. Darkhawk, so if everyone knows Darkhawk by now. Next up, we've kind of got a Darkhawk junk list, which is just kind of the Annihilus package, you know, the Hood, Sentry, and Annihilus in here, and then obviously you've got your own Cloud to be annoying. Like Darkhawk's in a pretty good spot. I hit Infinite with Darkhawk. My list isn't on here because, well, you know, I already put a video on my list. So next up we have a bounce junk deck. So the idea is, you know, you're bouncing around. You've got werewolf in here. You've got some tech options. I'm not sure how I feel about this deck, but you know, someone hit Infinite with it, so you can't go wrong with that, right? It just feels a little awkward, but at the same time, it also looks pretty good, right? Because you use Abu, so these are costing 3. Yeah, it seems fine. Seems fine. Might give it a go myself. Next up, we have just a straight up normal bounce deck with the Black Swan, new card this week. Oh, season pass card, isn't she? She's a season pass here. So obviously you've got a lot of wands, you've got werewolf, you bounce around. You can Black Swan on 5. Right? You could play all your stuff down, Falcon and Black Swan on 5, and then you get to play everything with a big hit monkey, buff with your bishop, bounce your werewolf around. Crazy power plays on turn 6. Next up, everyone loves him, you know, Thanos deck, but it's not like big lockjaw Thanos, it's more like an ongoing Thanos, right? So you've got like Ant-Man Dazzler, Chimera to protect yourself, Black Swan so you can cheat out the stones, Kazar, Blue Marvel, you know, Spectrum to the buff, Valkyrie to cut stuff down, and Vision's just a great card to come out of Lockjaw, right? So, next up we have just a Destroy. Nothing really much has changed with Destroy, right? It's pretty much the same deck. The nerf to Hulkbuster didn't really do anything. Nerf / buff, right? Made Hulkbuster a better tempo card, just results in a smaller Deadpool if you were to high roll. So I don't think it really did anything. Which is what they wanted, right? They wanted it just to be a little tuned down, but not nerfed, which is kind of what you want to see from nerfs, right? You want it to be tuned down a little bit, but still playable. Next deck, Loki deck, with the Dino package in here. You know, not much to say about Loki, right? Everyone played Loki, everyone hated Loki, but you know, he's still around. They surprisingly did a good job at nerfing Loki for the most part. I mean, I see people crying about it at the top levels, like top 100, top 50 ranks and stuff, saying Loki's still around there. Because to play him well, he's a good high skill card, but they did a good job of nerfing him so he wasn't everywhere and so easy to play that you just put him down and win, right? So that's pretty decent. Next up, we've got this guy with a new helicarrier. Idea is you've got a collector in here to benefit from the new helicarrier. It's interesting, it's got Lockjaw in here. I played Meek in my version of this, and I kind of enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing the discard cards this month to see how they perform in discard. But for now, it's a pretty fun deck. Next deck is a Galactus junk deck. I've been meaning to do a video on this, I just haven't got around to doing it. Maybe I'll do one now that I'm back playing again. Obviously, you give them a lot of goblins and you've got a Galactus to sneak a win, right? Or you can just win with the junk type stuff. And the last deck is High Evo. Everyone's seen it, everyone loves it. Like this and Destroy, like are two decks that just sit in the meta, right? And if the meta is shifting, is all over the spot, they try and take the top spot, but then people figure out the meta and they drop down again. It's an idea of a deck that's in a good spot. Could maybe do with a little tweak, put it down a little bit, but for the most part, it's a deck that's it's Destroy and High Evo are like stable decks. It's kind of how you want decks to be. You want decks in the meta that are just, or in the game, that are just kind of like hovering just below like the top decks, but it's like when the meta's switching, they can push up because they're consistent and decent. Alright, and then that'll do for the decks, and then we'll look at new card this week, talk about them quickly, which is Black Swan. Why is that not showing? The Black Swan, the season pass this month, honestly, is a pretty average card outside of like combo decks like Hitmonkey. People have been putting her in Thanos. So she's what I want from cards. Like, this is a good example of something that would be decent for like a Series 4 card or something like that you'd recommend for someone to buy. I always say buy the season pass because it's great value anyways. But like, this card, like, it's just, the problem with the card is the decks it goes in are just a little weak, right? Zoo decks are a little weak. She's not weak. The decks that she goes in are weak, right? Like people have been putting her in Thanos and Hitmonkey. So like other decks that you'd want her in, like Zoo type, Flood the Board type stuff, just kind of a little weak. But she is still a decent card for the, like, Hitmonkey. Like, she's a great card for Hitmonkey. Thanos stuff, she's great in there. So she's a decent card. Honestly, if you're deciding between buying the Battle Pass because of her or not, I'd do it. But honestly, I just buy the Battle Pass anyways. It's just great value. If you're spending money, buy the Battle Pass. And the last one is the Series 5 card, Supergiant. So, Series 5 in Spotlight Caches, honestly, pretty mediocre card. It is a fun card for breaking combos, but combo decks are kind of just weak anyways. Also, if you play it, you can also help combo decks if you mess up, right? So, it's one of them that I think she'll find a home at some point in a deck because she's got a cool ability and you can't take advantage of it. The problem being, right now, I don't know if it's good enough to find a home right now in a really top deck. Like, I got hit infinite with Supergiant in my deck, but honestly, outside of a couple of games here and there, she didn't really do anything, right? So, she's not worth the keys in my opinion. I'd save them for better cards that are probably going to see a lot more play than her. Anyways, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another video. Peace.